Hey, what up? It's Christian with the 30th anniversary approaching in less than 2 weeks, aka 14 days. It is crucial for you to know how to get millions of guild points, especially seeing as how we could see a return of the Ultimate Brawl, where we had a 2-week long guild season returning for this celebration. Now, let me tell you this, if you want to score high like me, 4 million, you have to have adventures constantly running. Literally no excuses. Have 1 hour adventures running over and over, non-stop, logging in every single hour and putting in 1 hour. So you can see here, there's 3 ways to earn guild points, battle points. That's from PvP. I don't play PvP much right now, so I only have 24,000 points. I'm only trying to get to rank 50, and that's pretty much what I have. Active points, this is because I used a lot of energy, around 2,500. So that's the reason why it's so high. If it wasn't for that, my collector points pretty much account for
99.999999999%
of all my points. 90%. That has to do entirely with adventures. That's how much adventures count for. 90% of your points. As you can see here in my adventure tab, now, I'm pretty wealthy as a free-to-play player, and I can afford all these slots. Typically, what you're going to want to do is when you're awake, only have 1 hour adventures running, log in, and just reset them again. If you do 10 sets of 1 hour adventures for that day, you're going to be able to clock in over 200,000 guild points every single day. Obviously, the more slots you unlock, the more you'll be able to get. Typically, if you only have 5 slots, you're just going to want to do the typical 1, 2, 3, 4 1 hour adventures. Put your 23 hour here. But if you're a little bit more wealthier, put the 1 hours in the 5 slots, then put the 23 hours. And if you have 7, just do what I'm doing right here. And typically, you'll get, points from events and stuff like that. But right now, it's pretty dry. So you really can't get any points from new events dropping or anything like that. Like I said, the reason I have so many active points is because of this Legends Road Piccolo event. Within 2 days, I dropped 2,500 energy on this Piccolo to take him from 1 star to nearly 14 stars and to Zenkai 6. So that's the reason why I have so many active points. But I really wouldn't recommend using energy to get guild points, because even if you use 100, you only get 20,000 guild points per 100 energy. So I really wouldn't recommend that you spend that to try to get you very high guild points. On top of that, it takes maybe like 2,000. I mean, not 2,000. It takes a month to save up to 2,000 energy. So that's also something you should consider. On top of that, you really don't want to be spending too much energy, especially if it's not necessary. That's pretty much it. Make sure that your adventures are running. Have 1 hour adventures during the day. And then, once we go to sleep, some 7 hours, that way when you wake up, boom, you got them ready to go. Other than that, yeah, like I said, 90% of your guild points are going to be coming from those adventures. Active points, that's going to be coming from logging in, using energy on like the daily or refreshable missions. For example, like Let's Fight, you're going to be able to get some points from there. And then from the daily battle stages like Champion Bonus, Super Sky Battle, you'll be able to get a little bit more points too. Hyperdimensional Co-op, that falls into battle points as well. So typically you're going to be looking at like, I'd say 50,000 battle points per guild season. And then even if you have 5 slots, even if you only have 5 adventure slots, you can still be raking in like 160 to 180,000 guild points from adventures alone. So I really wouldn't worry about it if you don't have access to the 6th or 7th slot, because even when the 6th and 7th slot weren't here, or when I couldn't afford them either, because there was a time where I couldn't afford them, I was still able to hit 2 million guild points. So think about that. I was still able to hit 2 million guild points with only 5 adventure slots. Once again, what I did was I just put 4 1 hour adventures, and on the 5th slot, I put a 23 hour. And that was enough to get me to 2 million guild points every single guild season. I would recommend you do the same. If you don't have as many of these medals to unlock the 6th and 7th one, I would just only use the 6th one and put in the 23 hour here. I really would say to save on spending them on the 7th slot, unless you're like we're on the 2-week long season. Then I really wouldn't recommend that you use this slot unless you're adventure loading. That's also one thing too. If you don't know what adventure loading is, it's where you have adventures ready to be collected at reset when the guild season ends. So for example, today's obviously Monday and the guild season is going to be ending in 4 hours. As we can see, when I go to my adventures, they're going to be done in 4 hours. So when the guild season resets, I'll be able to come in here and collect these 6-hour 7 adventures and then get this 23-hour as well. And that'll already be 250,000, 180,000 guild points in a matter of minutes from already just barely logging in and collecting these adventures. So I really would recommend that too if you're trying to get a jump start and you've already get your guild's minimum point requirement. Now, I just want to do a little bit of ANNI talk about the V jump, kind of just have a little bit of a ramble here. Now for the V jump, it still hasn't come out. I was really thinking it was gonna be released on the 15th to the 17th, and obviously it's still not here. So I say it might be released either on Tuesday, tomorrow, or on Wednesday. And to be honest, I think we're gonna get the next Zenkai unit revealed tomorrow. It would pretty much make sense for them to tweet about it, especially if we do get the V-Jump tomorrow. I mean, like I said, there's a few possibilities. That could either be Super Saiyan Blue Charlotte, LF Super Saiyan Vegeta Zenkai, or the new final units that are going to be releasing for the final banner before the anniversary banners drop. Other than that, I don't really see anything else, like I said, on that V-Jump at all. I don't see them just talking about what's already been released, because that would really suck. If anything, they need to put something there to keep us hyped, especially with the dry weeks that we've gotten. There's no content. It's just returning events. Obviously, we got CC and stuff like that, so it's always welcome. But it's not like it's a challenge, because you can clear it with only one hero character and you beat it. So there isn't any content. So if they do drop the V-Jump, hopefully that'll build up some hype, get everybody amped up, ready for the release. There's really not too much to talk about, because V-Jump, I just want it to be released already. I really just want it to be released already. Because if we look over here, I mean, on the 20th, it'll be Thursday, right? It'll be Thursday, but like, it's going to be pretty difficult to think about what we get tomorrow or like next week, because on June 1st, that's when the banners should basically drop. June 1st, June 2nd, they should drop that day. Tomorrow, we should just be getting returning events and the data mines. And then, yeah, we could potentially see the next Zenkai unit revealed when Dragon Ball Legends tweets about it. I think we could see that. That's definitely a potential thing that can happen right there. So tomorrow, we get data mines. I'm going to cover that. Returning events, most likely. I don't think we're going to be getting a new event. Potentially, Dragon Ball Legends could tweet about that Zenkai unit. And then we could also get the V-Jump that same day. Or the V-Jump could come out on the 19th or 20th. It shouldn't. The latest the V-Jump is going to come out is on the 20th. There's no way this is going to be coming out, on the 21st or any day past that. Because that would already be like way too late. Because by then, someone already posted it, because it'd already be out for the entire public. So, yeah, there's really not much to look forward to. Just returning events, the V-Jump, and then wait for them to announce the next video and stuff. Because if you remember, for the 2nd year anniversary, they made a tweet announcing video and stuff for the anniversary. They called it reveals and stuff. And it aired on the 26th. So we could see the same thing this year, where they aired on the 26th of May. And then June 1st, that's when June 1st, June 2nd, that's when the units drop, banners drop. Could do the same thing. Because it's pretty dry, man. Like, it is pretty dry. These couple weeks have been dry. I do expect this week to be dry as well. It would be nice if we got, some of the Legends Road units returning with their Zenkais, or maybe have other events that not a lot of people got to take advantage of. It's difficult to not to deal, but to think about what they could be doing for this week and next week to kind of leave the final setup for the anniversary. I don't know, man. Bunch of things they could do. They could tweet reveals and stuff tomorrow. There's nothing stopping them from doing so. I mean, the ball's in their park. I'm hoping tomorrow we get the next Zenkai revealed and it's LF Super Saiyan Vegito. Because that mother father needs it pretty bad. He needs it really, really bad. Like, his offensive stats are pretty much terrible. His defense is also terrible. I mean, I use him from time to time, but he's not going to be outputting any damage that I say is the best. He's definitely not the best on the Fusion team or the Super Saiyan team or the Saiyan team. Let me know what you think, man. Let me know what you think.
I'm a god boy from another land far from here. When I came to these shores, I chose to live as a man. But the truth is, I was born a god, and so were you.